If your legs feel weak the moment you stand up in the morning, this video is for you. That first shaky step after 60 is not normal aging. It is a morning muscle shutdown, and you can reverse it starting today. Have you ever woken up in the morning and felt that your legs were suddenly weak? You get out of bed, and the very first steps feel shaky and unsteady, as if your legs need time to remember how to support you again. Standing up feels difficult, and it takes several minutes before you can walk normally again. And you quietly tell yourself, everyone my age feels this way. But what if I told you that morning muscle loss after 60 is not caused by aging? If you have experienced this, comment 1 so I know you are here. Many people over 60 believe that weak legs in the morning are an unavoidable part of aging. They assume that once muscles get older, weakness is inevitable and nothing can be changed. This way of thinking causes many seniors to accept physical decline as a natural law. When their legs shake as they stand up, they tell themselves that everyone at their age feels the same way. This false belief leads them to ignore critical warning signals from the body. In reality, this is not true aging, but a temporary physiological reaction after a long night of sleep, when your muscles and nerves have been inactive for many hours without movement. When you misunderstand the cause, you will never find the right solution. And if you do not take action, morning leg weakness will gradually become more noticeable and more dangerous over time. To truly understand why you should not blame age, we must separate two completely different conditions. True aging develops slowly over many years and affects the body throughout the entire day. Muscles feel weak from morning until night, with no clear improvement at any point. Morning weakness in people over 60 is very different. It appears most strongly in the first minutes after waking up, especially during those first few steps taken beside the bed. Your legs feel weak when you first stand, but improve after light movement or gentle walking. This is a clear sign that the muscles are still capable of working, but have not been properly activated. If this were true aging, the weakness would not fade so quickly. This difference is the key to restoring leg strength every single morning. The problem is that most information given to older adults focuses only on vague ideas about aging. Medical advice often says that muscles weaken with age, but rarely explains what happens specifically in the morning. Very few people explain that after a long night of sleep, the muscles and nervous system of people over 60 need time to restart. Because this is never clearly explained, many believe that morning leg weakness is normal and harmless. This silence has caused millions of people to miss the opportunity to improve their leg strength every day. If you have never heard anyone explain this clearly before, comment 1 so I know you are not alone. Once you understand that morning leg weakness is not caused by true aging, the next thing you must know is this. The sensation of muscle loss after a full night of sleep has a real physiological basis. In people over 60, muscle tissue is no longer maintained the same way it was in youth. During 6 to 8 hours of sleep, the body barely moves. Blood flow to the legs slows down. Nerve signals to the muscles decrease. Muscles enter a deeper resting state than normal. When you wake up, your muscles have not yet regained the tone needed to support your body. That is why your legs feel hollow, weak, and lacking strength. This does not mean you have permanently lost muscle. It means your muscles are temporarily shut down after a long period without activation. If they are not awakened properly, this weakness can persist every morning and repeat day after day. Morning weakness also comes from a very specific process in people over 60 called anabolic resistance. Simply put, this means muscles no longer respond to protein as efficiently as they once did. When you were younger, even a small amount of protein could trigger muscle rebuilding. But after 60, even if you eat the same way, your muscles absorb and use protein less effectively. After a long night without nutrition, muscles enter a low fuel state. When you wake up, the muscles have not received the signals needed for recovery. As a result, Weakness is felt most clearly in the legs. The key point is, this is not a sign that your body is broken. It means your body now requires the right timing and the right type of stimulation. When supported correctly in the morning, muscles can regain strength day by day. Beyond muscle loss and anabolic resistance, there is another critical reason leg weakness is so noticeable in people over 60. That reason is the temporary disruption between the nervous system and the muscles after sleep. During the night, the brain enters a deep resting state. Motor control signals are reduced to very low levels. When you first wake up, the brain has not yet sent strong signals to the leg muscles. So you stand up, but the muscles do not respond in time. It feels like your legs are not obeying you. The first steps are slow and unsteady. This usually improves after a few minutes of gentle movement. If you have ever felt your legs were delayed in the morning, comment 1, so I know you are experiencing this exact problem. When it comes to morning leg weakness in people over 60, very few have ever heard about the soleus muscle. This deep muscle sits in the lower calf and functions like a second heart for the body. The soleus helps pump blood from the legs back up to the heart every time you stand or walk. After a long night of sleep, this muscle is almost completely inactive. Blood tends to pool in the legs. When you first stand up, circulation has not yet fully returned. That is why your legs feel heavy, weak, and unstable. If the soleus is not gently activated in the morning, this weakness can last longer. Properly awakening the soleus in the first minutes of the day can make a powerful difference in balance, stability, and safe walking. Right after the soleus, the muscle group most affected in the morning is the calf. These muscles are used in nearly every movement, standing up, turning, walking, and maintaining balance. In people over 60, calf muscles lose tone more quickly after a long night of sleep because they remain inactive for many hours. When your feet first touch the floor in the morning, these muscles are often not ready to contract smoothly or generate enough force to support your body. As a result, your legs may feel soft, weak, and in some cases may even tremble during the first few steps. Many people notice very different sensations in their calves at this time of day. Some feel stiffness and tightness, while others experience the opposite, feeling a hollow, empty sensation, as if the muscles are not fully present. Both sensations indicate that the calf muscles are not yet engaged and are failing to provide proper stability. If these muscles are not activated early, each step feels less secure and balance becomes more difficult to control. This is why even a few simple calf movements in the morning can dramatically improve stability throughout the entire day. Gentle activation helps restore tone, improve circulation, and prepare the muscles for walking. Along with the calves, another major contributor to morning weakness is often overlooked: the glute muscles. These muscles play a critical role in stabilizing the hips and maintaining balance whenever you stand or walk, especially after 60. In people over 60, the glutes are often underused due to prolonged sitting and limited movement. After a long night of sleep, they remain almost completely inactive. When you stand up, the glutes fail to engage properly. This shifts more load onto the knees and calves. As a result, standing feels unstable and unsteady. If you focus only on the legs and ignore the glutes, morning strength will never fully return. Gently activating the glutes early in the day helps the entire lower body work together more safely and efficiently. One very common mistake that makes morning leg weakness more noticeable is standing up too quickly right after waking. In people over 60, blood circulation to the legs has not fully recovered, and the brain has not yet adjusted to the standing position. When you rise too fast, a mild drop in postural blood pressure can occur, causing the legs to lose strength for the first few seconds. This is when dizziness and leg trembling become more obvious. Repeating this habit every morning can make you fear standing up and reduce confidence in movement. If you usually get out of bed very quickly, comment 1, so I know you are making this mistake too. Many people over 60 have the habit of drinking coffee immediately after waking, hoping to feel more alert. However, coffee stimulates only the central nervous system, while the leg muscles are still in a sleep state. This creates a mismatch between the brain and the muscles. Your mind feels awake, but your legs remain weak and poorly controlled. In some people, coffee also increases heart rate, making leg trembling more noticeable. Without gentle muscle activation before drinking coffee, morning weakness can last longer. Changing this order helps the legs feel more stable and safer during early movement. Another mistake that worsens morning muscle weakness is skipping breakfast or eating incorrectly after waking. After a long night, the body is already low on energy and protein. If you eat nothing or drink only water, the muscles lack the raw materials needed to function. Morning blood sugar becomes unstable, making the legs feel soft and weak. On the other hand, eating too many fast carbohydrates can also cause energy spikes and crashes. This prolongs the feeling of weakness. A simple, well-balanced breakfast helps muscles wake up more steadily from the very start of the day. Before attempting to improve anything, it is essential to clearly understand how your legs are actually functioning in the morning. Many people over 60 assume their legs are weak without ever checking how well their muscles and balance systems are working at the moment they wake up. These short tests are designed to give you simple but meaningful information about muscle readiness and leg control immediately after getting out of bed, without requiring any equipment or strenuous effort. The first test involves standing on one leg beside your bed. Begin by sitting up slowly and allowing your body a moment to adjust. Place one hand lightly on the bed or mattress for safety and stability. Then lift one foot off the floor and attempt to stand on one leg for 5 to 10 seconds. This test is not about strength or endurance. It is about control, coordination, and how quickly your nervous system can communicate with your muscles. Pay close attention to how your body responds during this short moment. If your leg shakes noticeably, if you lose balance quickly, or if you find yourself gripping the bed tightly to stay upright, this indicates that your muscles and nervous system are not yet fully ready for standing and walking. These signs are especially common in the morning after a long period of sleep. Understanding this response is important because it helps you recognize your true starting point each morning. Rather than ignoring these signals or pushing through them, this awareness allows you to take safer, more effective steps before moving on with your day. The second test is slow heel raises. Stand upright with both feet parallel and lightly hold onto a chair. Slowly lift your heels, then lower them back down, repeating this 5 times. If your calves feel weak, fatigue quickly, or movement feels uncontrolled, this indicates morning weakness in the calf muscles and the soleus. If you struggle with either test, comment 1, so I know, and I can guide you to a safer next step. Once you recognize your morning leg condition, the most important next step is reactivating circulation before walking or standing for long periods. You can do this while sitting on your bed or on a chair. First, place both feet flat on the floor and slowly flex and extend your ankles. With each extension, gently feel your calves engage, then relax. Next, lightly raise your heels and lower them within a comfortable range. Combine this with deep breathing through the nose and slow exhalation through the mouth. In just 20 seconds, this movement helps blood begin flowing again from the feet up through the lower legs. As circulation activates, heaviness and numbness in the legs noticeably decrease. This foundational step makes all following movements safer and more effective for people over 60. Once circulation has been activated, the next step is to restore the connection between the brain and the muscles. Stand up slowly and lightly, rest your hands on a chair or the edge of the bed. Keep both feet parallel and perform very small, gentle knee bends, then return to standing. Each bend should be only a few centimeters. Focus on feeling your feet, calves, and thighs working together. Shift your attention to control rather than strength. In just 20 seconds, nerve signals begin traveling more effectively down to the legs. You will clearly feel increasing stability. This step helps reduce the sensation that the legs are not responding when first standing in people over 60. Once the nervous system and circulation are awake, the final step is gently activating the two most important muscles for stability. Stand behind a chair and hold it firmly with both hands. Perform a very shallow sit-down movement, then slowly stand back up. Each time you rise, lightly squeeze the glute muscles and feel the push coming from the calves. Maintain steady breathing and avoid rushing. With just a few repetitions over about 20 seconds, the glutes and soleus begin to engage more clearly. This step helps you stand more securely before walking around the house. Practiced every morning, it reduces fall risk and builds movement confidence in people over 60. After you gently activate your body with short morning movements, the food you choose immediately afterward becomes critically important for muscle recovery. For people over 60, this moment in the morning carries far more weight than most realize. The body has just gone many hours without fuel, without protein, and without the nutrients needed to maintain muscle function. At this time, muscles are especially sensitive to nutritional signals, meaning the right breakfast can strongly influence how your legs feel for the rest of the day. When appropriate foods are selected, muscles receive clearer and stronger signals to begin rebuilding and restoring strength. This is particularly important after 60, because aging muscles require more precise timing and higher quality nutrition to respond effectively. The goal of breakfast is not to eat a large amount of food, but to provide the right components that muscles can actually use. The most important of these components is protein that is easy to absorb and gentle on digestion. As muscles age, they no longer respond efficiently to small amounts of protein in the way they once did during youth. This reduced responsiveness means that simply eating anything is not enough. Breakfast must contain high-quality protein sources that deliver essential amino acids without placing stress on the digestive system. Eggs are one of the most effective choices for this purpose. They are simple to prepare, easy to chew, and easy for the body to digest. More importantly, eggs contain a complete profile of essential amino acids that muscles require to initiate recovery. For older adults, this makes eggs an ideal morning protein that supports muscle strength without causing heaviness or discomfort. Yogurt, or Greek yogurt, is another valuable option, especially for those who prefer lighter foods in the morning. These provide slow-digesting protein that continues to supply amino acids over time, rather than all at once. In addition, yogurt supports gut health, which plays an important role in nutrient absorption as we age. A healthy digestive system helps ensure that protein actually reaches the muscles where it is needed. For those who prefer plant-based options, lentils or well-cooked soft beans can also serve as effective protein sources. When prepared properly, they are gentle on digestion and provide a steady supply of nutrients. These foods are particularly helpful for older adults who may have difficulty tolerating heavier meals early in the day. When breakfast is built around these principles, muscles are given the best possible chance to recover after the night's inactivity. Over time, this consistent nutritional support helps reduce morning weakness, improves stability, and supports long-term independence after 60. Beyond protein, stabilizing morning blood sugar is extremely important. Large blood sugar swings make muscles feel weak and drained. A small banana provides quick energy without causing a sharp spike. Soft-cooked oatmeal releases energy slowly and helps your legs feel steady for longer. Adding a small amount of olive oil or healthy fat-rich seeds slows sugar absorption. Minerals like magnesium and potassium also play a major role in muscle contraction. Magnesium-rich foods help muscles relax and function more steadily in the morning. Drinking enough water after waking improves circulation and reduces leg heaviness. A simple breakfast does not need to be complicated. When the right components are present, it can make a powerful difference. With proper nourishment, you may feel stronger legs within just the first minutes of the day. Repeated each morning, this small habit helps prevent muscle loss and maintain long-term independence after 60. Morning leg weakness after 60 is not the end, and it is certainly not a life sentence of aging. What you have learned today shows that this condition comes from physiological mechanisms that can be addressed. With just a few seconds of proper activation and the right breakfast, the body can regain the strength your legs need. Most importantly, you no longer have to accept fear or hesitation when getting out of bed. The body over 60 still has the ability to recover when guided correctly. Every morning gives you another chance to stand steady, walk confidently, and live more independently. If you recognize yourself in today's message, comment your age and your country. Comment 1 if you want to start changing from tomorrow morning. And stay connected with the seniorspocari community so we can grow stronger together every single day.